So what I have here is a mix between salt and vinegar, and that's literally it. Now here's a very dirty looking coin. Now all I have to do is put this in here, and apparently all of the colour of it, apparently all that different colouring looking stuff will come off it, and immediately it's actually started working. That actually happened a lot quicker than I thought it would. And what's happening is that the salt and vinegar is actually reacting with the copper excess buildup, and it's actually making it look cleaner. If I just keep moving it around a bit, you'll see actually how much it's starting to clean up. Look at how much it cleaned up. Now obviously I'm going to let that sit for a bit, but while I'm at it, I do have a few other coins. And I'm going to put all of these, well, the ones that I see are dirty, I'm going to put them all into this mixture. This one's the dirtiest. Look at how quickly the salt and vinegar's eating away at. Look at that. That is not editing. Oh my god. You can literally do this at home. All you literally need is salt and vinegar. Watch how quickly. Well, that's amazing. That is amazing. That is actually. If I mix it around a bit, maybe you can get cleaned better. But look at this one here. Now, of course, I'm going to flip them over so they can obviously, you know. But I think that's pretty cool. Now, of course, you could do this with all the others. And do watch out if you do have any cuts like I have there, because it will hurt. So if I put all the little copper coins in there, if I put them all in, bear with me a second. Now that I've completely filled the bottom of this mixture with the coins, you can see just how quickly these are actually reacting. Now obviously I might need to put a bit more in, but that shouldn't be a problem. So I have a bit more salt and vinegar. Whoops. 1 second. Okay, so I have a bit more vinegar here. And then I'm going to add the salt in. Now apparently this is supposed to help make the You can touch this with your fingers, don't worry, it is completely house safe, but I'm only touching it with a pen so it can mix and so I don't get my fingers burned with the vinegar on the paper cut. I don't even think it's a paper cut, but it's some sort of cut. And that is very salty and very vinegary. While I'm at it, might as well add a few more coins. I think I can add one more. Look at how quickly that it's reacted. Look at that. I apparently have 2 cuts, 1 second. Now that I've let that sit for a bit and put some bandages over the cuts and hangnails, we can go ahead and move this over to a towel. Just move this over to the towel and let that dry. That one might have to sit in a bit longer. Then again, I also might have to replace this. This is actually happening exactly how I thought it would. I'm gonna pause the video and come back to you when they're all properly done. To prove that this does work, I've put vinegar over this coin, so it's completely covered in vinegar. I'm gonna add a very small little bit of salt. I've added a small little bit of salt there, as you can see from on the table. Look at how quickly that's reacting. Now obviously the longer you leave it, the better it will work. So as he immediately touches it again, after a while, and that should immediately be that just happened right in front of my eyes. The power of science. I think these ones should be dough enough. I'm so glad these bandages are vinegar. I want to say waterproof, but it's not really water, it's more just vinegar. Okay, so after 5 minutes of letting that dry, we can open it up. Oh, look at that. That's excess copper right there. This was clean. Look at it now. That one's still dirty, but the fact that proves that the test 100% works. Now that you know it works, you could try it at home. Just remember to use the correct measurements, because I don't think I did. But like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. See you guys next time. Stay patriotic, motherfucker.